Oh, hey, hello. So we are doing a simple glam today and just for around the house. And then I will be showing you what I'm going to use, I think, to kind of like jazz it up. For the evening, because I'm going to the orchestra concert John is playing. So we're going to go and they're playing like Broadway and stuff like that. So then we're going to go out for drinks after. So I'll va-va-voom it up with one product with this basic look that I'm going to do. So let's get started. So I have my primer on right now. Primer is on. Make sure I have my towel here. Okay. Primer is on. Hey, Millie. Oh, snowstorm. I know my mom is in Pittsburgh, the Robinson area, and she's like this is not going to be fun all weekend. So thinking about you guys and stay safe. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Stay safe. It will pass. So I'm putting my Touch Liquid Foundation on here. Okay. Doing a simple look today. And then I'll tell you what I'm going to use to nighttime it up a little bit. But we're not going to change much. It's only going to be one product. So, super simple. First, you always got to even out the skin tone though. And guys, primer is key. I was talking to somebody yesterday and it is true. Primer is like the best thing you can do to make your makeup last all day. Primer. I use eye primer and I use face primer. I love this brush. It's a combo concealer powder brush. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Super simple look today. I'm going to put my eye primer on here shortly. Just need my compact here to look and make sure. It's hard to see in the phone, so make sure. See how easy that was to kind of buff into my skin? I forgot to put my hair up, so I'm going to do that really quickly. I don't want this makeup in my bangs. No. And I curled my hair. And my hair gotta stay all day and through the evening, so we don't want makeup in there. Here we go. Plop it up on top of my head with this crazy pin. Yep. All right, so we're evening out that skin tone. That Touch Liquid Foundation goes on like a cream. Liquid dries like a powder. Yeah, flawless finish. Flawless finish. Okay. Now I go in with my concealer brush. Actually, I'm going to use this brush too. I used it for this side. I'm going to use this side. So, go in with my concealer because I want to get in these crevices, in those inner eyes. And I want to add a little contour brightness. So I put a little bit on my hand. Just a tad. You don't have to go crazy with this, guys. I've had this tube for over a year now, and it is still pretty much full. Like I can't see it quite, but it feels like it's pretty darn full. So, not gonna need one for a while. Get good quality. So I'm placing these colors where I want it. So I really want it under my eyes. Drawing the darkness away and the lightness up. So I place that where I want it. And I'm just using what's on my hand here, and I'm dabbing in there. Down the center of my nose. I bring it up onto my forehead because I want brightness there. Okay. See where that light is hitting now? And yes, I finally got how much I should use. Usually I have extra on my hand here, but I don't. Not this time. All right, so you see that brightness, you see how that light is hitting that concealer. If you guys have problems with concealer caking, make sure you use your liquids first and then your powders over top, okay? Also, if you're having a problem with it settling into fine lines, take your primer and take your concealer. Mix a little primer in there. That's your golden ticket. Mix a little primer into your concealer. And that should do the trick if you have problems with it settling in fine lines. Just try that. So I take a blending bud and I pat, pat. And I bring it up on, I bring it up under my eye. My breath just caught. Oh. Okay, see how I blended that out? I blend it up under my cheekbone and under my eye, and I still bring it down. Yep. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure you say hi to me if you're on. It is Friday. Yes. Going to add here. There we go. I'm just patting, blending. Some people like the feeling of it if they wet their blending bud. I'm using it dry right now. See how the lightness and brightness is still hitting those areas? Full coverage right here. There we go. Yes, ma'am. I love it. Look how even. Look at that. I love it. Got rid of all of that redness. Matches my neck because I matched my neck, not the redness on my base. So it's pretty awesome. What I'm going to do now before I do continue with the contouring is eye primer because I want that to dry. I don't want it to be super tacky when I put my shadow on. It takes no time at all, but I just like to put it on and let it sit. And this stuff is ridiculously awesome, guys. This is our new eye primer. It's newly formulated. I loved our eye primer before, and I love this even more. Okay. Yep. And you can see that it has like a nude tone to it, and that kind of covers any if you have red lines or veins or things like that on your lids. That will help hide that. So we're gonna go in with our Beachfront bronzer. As I always know, I use my Beachfront bronzer for contouring. Always, always, always bring it up to that hairline. Give me some cheekbones, yes. That's what I want. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Gorgeous. I bring it under that jawline right there to kind of help chisel that out. Okay. I also bring it up onto my forehead because it's pretty pale up there now. So you need to warm that up. We're warming it up. And you place it and then you just kind of buff it out, whatever way you want it. Bring it into your hairline. Don't want any sharp lines, just bring it into your hairline. Yep, check that out. I'm staying away from where I put that concealer because I want that brightness. Those highest bones of your bone structure, you want that to show off. So I'm going to pinch my brush here. I'm pinching it. And I'm dabbing it into my Beachfront bronzer. I'm just going to go on the sides of my nose. Okay. Right where that shadow is that I see is where I'm hitting it. Okay. Then I'm going to take my shader brush here that I use for my shadow. Just going to buff that out a little bit. Just a tad. Done. Add life back into that face. Hello. Woo! Beachfront bronzer is my life. All right, now we're gonna go into my favorite limited edition pressed blusher, and we're gonna use that. I'm using it in Spirited, which I'm really loving for the winter and the cold months. It's a little bit more rose. And I normally use Sweet pressed blusher, and it is more of like a pinky peachy, but for the winter and fall, I'm really liking this. So I'm using my blusher brush here, big and fluffy. You see there's barely any on there, and that's all I really need. You don't want to start out too heavy-handed because it's so pigmented. You see, there's already pink on there. I buff it and I meet it in with my bronzer. Did you see how much was on that brush and how much went on there? You know how long this is gonna last you? Long, a long time. Like just add a little, you know, color. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit of highlight. I'm using our Luminizer, the stick cream to powder. This is in Benevolent. I like to use my finger. You can just swipe it on. This is more of a gold color. So I put it right above where I put that blush, and kind of with where I put that concealer. Okay, just gonna add a little bit of brightness. Basically, it just attracts the light to where we want it. Assist that concealer. Okay, make sure I have that all blended in. Hold on one second. Yeah, good, good, good. All right, close that up. Now we're gonna go in with brows. With the brows, I'm using the Brow Obsession palette with my artist brush. Okay, I'm gonna dip into that little wax pomade stuff here, and I'm gonna go in with the number 2 color, which is the darkest, and I'm going to draw a line under my brow where I want that to be. So I literally just tap into the color, tap into the wax first, and then the color. And I tap it off always. I'm going to look in my mirror here. And I'm always looking for good techniques with brows, and I'm finding this is my favorite. Tapping into that wax a little bit gives me a really clear line that will buff out, but I like to have a very clear line as to what I'm doing with these, because I don't have a natural shape necessarily that's really easy to follow. So I'm going midway over. Guys, I'm doing very, very light taps in here. I don't want to go super heavy-handed right away with the color. Okay. Fill in any areas that are very sparse. Excuse me. All right, now you see I stopped kind of right there with that dark color. I'm gonna go in with this number 1 shade now. And I'm gonna fill in the front. So I wanna clean off that brush. And I'm not going to use the wax at this point. I'll set it with the wax, but I'm not going to use, I want it a little softer towards the front, so. And I kind of blend it into that darker shade. I kind of fan it all together, make it look super cohesive. And I go in the directions that the hairs grow. Start going up this way. And I use very, very light strokes. And you see I'm fanning out that harsh line that was in the front. Yeah. Right? Going in with that dark, same thing I did on the other eye. Tapping into the wax. Making that line, go midway over with that dark. And then I switch over to the lighter shade. I don't use the wax necessarily for that part. I will set it with the wax, but I want it softer towards the front. Fan out that harsh line. Yes. Take a little bit of that wax, just a little bit. And guys, I'm cleaning off my brush as I do this, so I don't want like pigments kind of mixing together. So I'm just fanning in some wax to set that powder in the front. And then I'm gonna lighten this up a little bit. You're gonna see what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna take a spoolie of some sort. I'm sure you have one laying around. I'm gonna brush it up in the center and soften that up just a bit. Place those hairs where I want them. Okay. Brows always look a little scary whenever you don't have your rest of your eye makeup on, but it does make a difference. It does, it does. Okay, and I'm going to go in with the flat side of my brush here, and I'm going to go in with this lighter shade, and you can use this to clean up any areas that you want to. It has a little bit of highlight, which is awesome. See, I made that a little thinner. You can easily do that with this palette. See, it kind of chisels out those brows. Yep. Also, if you have any of those like days where you're in between like a wax or something, you can totally use this to help you out. Right? Woo! Check out those brows. Love, 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 love. All right, guys, that's the brows. So, moving on to eyes. Moving on to eyes are gonna be super simple today. Super simple eyes today. So we are gonna grab our blending brush or the fluffiest brush you have. Fluffiest brush. I'm gonna use a brown color. It's called Gingerly, okay? Kind of a caramely brown. Hey, babe. Okay, and we're going to work this back and forth. Take our fluffiest brush, like tap it off just a little bit. My primer is set. The hubs was on. Gave me a little love. Okay, I'm working this back and forth. I like to keep it up versus out. I should be using a mirror. Why do I keep forgetting to do that? Okay, we're literally, guys, this is the color we're using today. And why I'm doing this is because I want a really nice, soft look for the day. And then when I want to change this to nighttime, I want my eye to be simple because I'm going to add a bold lip. That is what I'm going to do for nighttime. I love Gingerly. This is my favorite transition color. And I just work it back and forth. And that's why I'm using this fluffy brush, because you don't have to be a fancy makeup artist as long as you blend. Yep. And I'm gonna add, I'm not doing anything with this at night. I'm just going to add a super bold lip when I head out for the evening. So I want this a little bit softer. I'm literally just tapping into that gingerly, and I'm going very light-handed, and you see how much color is getting on here? So much color with just a tap. So I'm blending this out. I like to keep it up. Always looks so crazy until you blend it out and you get all your mascara on and all that good stuff. If you have green and blue eyes, browns and purples look so gorgeous. Okay. I always have that little spot right there on this side that I can never seem to get. Come on. There we go. Tell ya. All right. Now I'm going to take my crease brush and I'm going to go into that gingerly. I'm not using liner. I haven't been feeling the liner for some reason. I'm just loving these shadows so much. So I'm just going to meet that up with that color, still bringing it up. I'm going to bring it under my eye here. Just softens it up. It makes it really cohesive looking. So it makes doesn't make it look like you have color here and no color there. Bring it down under my eye. Okay. Okay. The other shade we're gonna do, that we're gonna blend in with all this, is Optimistic. You guys know I love it. I love, love, love it. Can't see it very well. It's like a shimmery champagne color. And I really like to use this to add brightness under my brow and the corners of my nose here. I'm going to use a little on my lid as well. And I'm going to bring it under to meet that gingerly. So here we go. It's just soft. So I'm going to blend it into that gingerly. I'm placing it right now, but I will blend. I like it in the corners of my nose, bring it under my eye. Brightens the whole thing up. Do you see that brightness right there? Dog's barking. Scared the crap out of me. He always does that when FedEx or the mailman comes. Huh, always scares me. You'd think I'd get used to it. He always seems to do it when I go live. All right, so we're going to blend all that out. Blend it out, blend, blend, blend. So I want that shimmer on my lid, but I want that gingerly to be prominent as well. I'm blending out those harsh lines above here. Blend it into that Optimistic. Look how pretty. It's like a little sunset, isn't it? It's like a little sunset. right. Oh, that's a little too harsh for me. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our Epic mascara here. We're doing the mascara thing. Okay, simple eye. And I will just add a bold lip for the evening. And I wiggle it, the root of my lash, to make it look like I have liner on. Check that out. Yeah, I might add some 3D Fiber Lash mascara over top of this for the evening. I don't know. I might not. I might just add another coat of this. I might not need anything. It all depends, because I'm going to add that bold lip this evening. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to add that lip powder in Curvaceous, I think it is. Like I did the other night that I showed you, that deep red. That'll probably be the lip that I do for the evening. But I'm going to do a subtle lip, a neutral lip today. For the daytime. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That's my liner. That'll give the illusion of a liner. Hello. We'll get that off, don't worry. Always just let it dry. It'll flake off. Don't ruin your look because you got mascara on your face. I see that too many times where people swipe it off and they ruin their makeup. It will flake, it will dry. So we're gonna let that set. We are gonna do a nude lip today, a nude daytime lip. My favorite lip, my favorite all-time lip. Well, I don't know, maybe, I think it is. We are going to use Prim Liner, which people normally use as a eyeliner, and Well-To-Do lipstick, if I have it here. I do. So, nude lip. Okay, and what I'm probably going to do at night, I'm going to keep this look. You guys saw this look. I used Beach Bum bronzer on my eyes the other day instead of the Gingerly. I'm probably going to add a super red lip for nighttime. That's all I'm going to do. That's it. So simple nude lip first, then I'll take that off. This will all still be good, I promise, and I know it will be because I used primer and this stuff is so stinking good. You see, it just flaked off. Don't ruin your makeup look. Just flakes off. Okay? Okay? See? Just flakes off. If you feel like you want to add a little bit of like color back over that, take residue from your brush that you had, whatever color that it got on, whatever color is there. Take the residue, whatever is left on there, and wipe it on. No biggie. All right, I need to sharpen this real quick. Yeah. Using Prim Liner. Our liners for our eyes and our lipsticks are all the same formula. Waterproof, smudge proof. So you can use our lip liners on your eyes, eyeliners on your lips, all that good stuff. So I'm using actually an eyeliner on my lip. Well, I think it broke. How embarrassing is that? It did, guys. It broke. I just broke it. All right, guys, we are just going to do Well To Do then. And we're going to use Plush Lip Liner. Not my favorite together on me, but, you know, whatever. All right, here we go. I'm using a very similar color to my lip. I'm going to top it with Well To Do. I always like a liner because I don't have a very defined lip line, so I like to create it. When it transitions to my actual skin color, it's not very defined. So soft. Now I'm going with Well To Do, my favorite nude. And at night I will take this off and I'm going to add a poppin' red lip when I go out. I won't change anything else. Super simple. There we go. There you have it, guys. That is the look for the day. Take my hair down. When I go out this evening, I will use Curvaceous Lip Powder with this look. Same eyes, same everything. I might add a little 3D Fiber Lash Mascara to give me a little va-va-voom. And this lipstick, this lip powder. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was simple enough, very simple. 2 colors on my eyes, that's it. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, everybody.